Financial institutes are leveraging digital identity to help mitigate risk, increase efficacy, and improve customer experience.
My name is Alvin Leong. I'm the Advanced Solution Director of Tech Data. In my role includes four major areas. First is talking about cloud technology. Second is cybersecurity, data and AI, and lastly, modern data center. So day to day, we work with partners and customers in solving real life issues that they want to modernize. So this topic that we have today is very relevant.
So, based on your experience, how does Tech Data see the future of identity and verification in the financial and digital payment industry?
Well, we see big changes in the market, especially with the emergence of COVID. A lot of things has changed. Now there are new segments of user groups being required to interact more on the digital front rather than on a typical in-person experience. Example of this is that during COVID, all of us in lockdown, the people that is on the younger generation is digitally native, and then people of the older generation now has lost the in-person experience and now has to go digital. So they have to pick up new skill sets. And then as we emerge out of COVID and now we are building more meaningful applications for these user groups, this is an opportunity for us to look at how do we interact with these groups. And as we know, right, I like to relate this with your home lock. We are very familiar using digital physical keys to open the door. And then now when we go digital, there's a lot of digital locks that's available using your fingerprint, using pins, using an access card. So those are new format to enter the house. And then when we bring this into a more banking industry, we feel that there is a lot of opportunity for users to experience different form of banking that they may not have it. And as we know that in our industry, there's a lot of push for security and a lot of concerns about fraud. And that's where identity is something that we need to take serious note on. And I think an opportunity for us to work with our clients and to address some of these concerns, and more importantly, build meaningful apps for these new groups of users. And this is where opportunity arise.
Right.
Yeah.
So, for some of these customers that you're working with, what are the key benefits that you think there is in incorporating identity verification into their process?
Yeah. So from a customer perspective, right, end of the day, they want to achieve a higher revenue, better sales, better brand exposure. Through digital identity, it's supposed to be an invisible layer that allows them to unlock all these benefits of security. And where we see benefits from a user group is ability to be future proofing. So why I'm saying this is that in APJ market, every cities mature in a different state where we have different view of how the landscape is, how fast is maturity. So when we go into market, it's always different how we approach every single market. Singapore being a more matured market, we can able to have things that is more digital savvy. But when we go to other markets, we are looking at something that is more straightforward and simple. There are even markets that is considered unbanked, where they are first-time banking users, they're trying to interact with a bank for the first time. How are you going to do that? So with that, right, it's the spectrum of security that we can discuss on that makes sense. And from an identity perspective, right, we are trying to look at areas to identify the customer better and offer them better services. So
Right.
ability to put services with the identity into a common offering is a very important areas that we should look at.
Right. From your perspective, what are some of the practical ways that banks can use to balance their security data protection needs versus user experience?
Yeah. So this brings, of course, a very interesting topic. I think from a identity perspective, right, when we go into a digital environment, even as a user myself, I cannot trust who am I interacting with. So there's a lot of spam and malicious actors out in the market. And ability to qualify and quantify who I'm speaking with gives me confidence to being online. And it could be a trusted transaction I'm going for, or it could be as simple as a communications with another party. I believe that the role of digital identity is to enhance the confidence in the user side. It has to be at the forefront when it goes into building applications, because you're building a trust model and you're building a skill model. And if you look at it, there's a lot of fraud that takes place in our space. There's a lot of identity theft. Having ability to digitally identify myself and able to allows me to unlock more services and activities. So directionally, this is where we want to look at. It's like driving a car. You need to drive a car. Banks or application developers wants to build the greatest and mightiest apps to allow them to go faster as a car. And then this is where digital identity or security will be your form of brake. Ability to throttle your speed to make sure that you're driving in a safe speed level. So for me, I feel that it goes hand in hand, but the ability to build trust in the application is critical to achieve this.
Yeah, to your point on ability to build trust and security, I think the government is doing also quite a good job in doing much more education in the fraud and scam prevention as well.
Yes.
Hey, so thanks, Alvin, for dropping by the booth and provide your interesting insights to the audience here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.